بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Honorable, respected ulama kiram, hufadh kiram, brothers, elders, mothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, through the grace and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, day 18th fast will be completed today, insha'Allah al-Aziz. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our fasting. May Allah ta'ala forgive us for our shortcomings in our fasting. And may Allah ta'ala accept our good deeds that we have done in this month so far and make it such that we can continue with our good deeds inshaAllah through the rest of the year, right up until, for that matter, not just the rest of the year, but for the rest of our lives inshaAllah al-Aziz. We make dua that Allah Ta'ala accepts it from us and makes it easy for us to remain steadfast upon the deen. So, continuing from yesterday's discussion, where we were looking at Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, where he is being pushed by these ladies to commit zina with the chief minister's wife. Yeah? And they're threatening him that we'll put you in prison, we'll do this, we'll do that. And he says, look, I ain't giving up, I'm not going into this. But at the same time, he turns to Allah Ta'ala, Ya Allah, this temptation that's in front of me, pull this away from me or move me away from it, just do something, because if that doesn't happen, I don't want to become of the jahilin, of the ignorant ones. ثُمَّ بَدَا لَهُم مِّن بَعْدِ مَا رَأَوُا الْآيَاتِ لَيَسْجُنُنَّهُ حَتَّى حِينٍ. Now, ثُمَّ بَدَا لَهُم means when they started realizing from the signs. What signs? That this guy is not going to give in. This youngster, no matter what threats we are showing to him, no matter how we're trying to sweet talk him to commit sin, he doesn't want to listen. He is not going to follow on that. Rather, he is going to abstain. So what are we going to do now? So they said, okay, rather let's do this. We see this guy is innocent. He's not going to change his way. It's better we put him into the prison for a while. Why put him into the prison? Why do you think they put him into prison? I did mention this before. Let's see if you all pay attention, or you all can sleep with your eyes open. Why was he put into prison? Why would the people put him into prison for a short while? لَيَسْجُنُنَّهُ, after seeing all the signs of his innocence, thought that they should put him into the prison for a while, imprison him for a while. Because this is the minister, chief minister you're talking about. And this is the first lady, if you want to call it that, that's been up to this masti. The shararat. And because of that, if that story gets out, then it's going to look bad on people. It's going to look bad on the royal family. Everyone's going to say, oh, this is what the queen did, and or the minister's wife did. And she is, and that too, with like everyone else made that story, all those ladies who made the story, what did they say? That she chose a boy, she chose a gulam, a slave. She's chasing behind a slave. Until they don't see Yusuf alayhi salam, they won't realize why she chose him. So khair. Now Allah Ta'ala moves on to the next part. The next twist of the tale happens now. The story is mentioned. Why do you think this surah was revealed? As we mentioned right at the beginning, what was that statement? لا يسمع سورة يوسف محزونا إلا استراح إليها. A depressed person does not listen to Surah Yusuf, and that they are relieved from their sadness, from their depression, from their gham, whatever is bringing them down. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, do you think his life was easy? First of all, he couldn't read, he couldn't write. So that was a challenge in itself, in the fact that he is being sent to a group of people who are masters in poetry. And if you know, if you have learned and have some education, then you're good at poetry. They used to give up poetry like that. You think rap artists are good? These people, they could speak poetry just like that. Even stories are mentioned of where they were slightly intoxicated and how well versed they were in this. So no doubt Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had a difficult life. But Allah Ta'ala, now to pacify him and make him understand that, look here, life is not easy. Whoever thought that your life should be easy, that your home life, your work life, your spiritual life, and every other aspect of life, if you ever think that your life is supposed to be easy without any problems, then you are in a big illusion. Because that's not the case. Allah Ta'ala tells Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, فَاصْبِرْ كَمَا صَبَرَ أُولُو الْأَزْمِ مِنَ الرُّسُلِ. You have patience. You have patience, O Nabi of Allah, just as the senior Anbiya, not just any Anbiya, there was 124,000, the senior Anbiya, Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, Yaqub alayhi salam, all of them, all the difficulties they went through, Yusuf alayhi salam, how they made sabr, you also make sabr. What are the two principles of Yusuf alayhi salam? We learned? Taqwa and sabr, yes. Sabr and taqwa. So Allah Ta'ala says that what you need to do, be patient. Don't expect things to just happen. Don't expect people just to come into deen or to just understand you just like that. مَا يُقَالُ لَكَ إِلَّا مَا قَدْ قِيلَ لِلرُّسُلِ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. You think that whatever they are telling you, Allah Ta'ala is telling Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, do you think that what they are saying to you, they never said it to anyone before this? They said it to your brothers. Who are the brothers of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? All the other Anbiya alayhi salam. All the other Anbiya alayhi salam as your brothers, they also went through this. فَقَدْ سَأَلُوا مُوسَى أَكْبَرُ مِنْ ذَلِكَ فَقَالُوا أَرِنَا اللَّهَ جَهْرًا. They say one of the biggest things, the most difficult, they used to say crazy things. They used to tell Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, no, we want you to go up to heaven in front of us, come back down and come with a book and then we might just believe you. That's how they were. Allah Ta'ala said, do you think that's serious? They said, فَقَالُوا أَرِنَا اللَّهَ جَهْرًا. They said, bring kitab, bring Allah down in front of us. We want to see Allah Ta'ala, this Allah Ta'ala you are speaking about. Sometimes we adopt the same attitude towards our religion. Although we don't say such things because we know that will take us out of the fold of our deen. But yet sometimes we use such statements. I don't need to read namaz. Namaz is forgiven for me. Even in jest this is wrong. Even in jest this is wrong. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would not use humor in anything except that it was true. Anything he would say, it was true. Yeah. If it was a joke, it would be something that is true. He wouldn't make something up. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us that you don't even do this and say, yeah, child, come here, I got a sweetie for you. And when the child comes, say, where's the sweetie? You break the child's heart. You are teaching that child from that tiny little age that it is okay to be a deceptive person. To deceive someone is fine. That's what you are teaching them indirectly. Not even indirectly, it's directly. Because you told them, come here. And they came to you, hoping to get that sweet. Yeah, they weren't worried, they didn't question you. Is it expensive sweet, nice sweet, not nice sweet? First, you call them. So we need to be careful. Together with that, we tell our children, if you do this, I'll buy you this. You do this, I'll buy you that. And you never buy anything. You too confused to buy them anything. But you just make false promises. Your child is going to do the same to you one day. If you do that, your child will do that. Who taught them to do that? You did. You told them that it's okay. False promises is fine. It doesn't matter. It's okay for you to do that. May Allah Ta'ala save us. Oops. Few people there. Inshallah. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So this is what the people were like to Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, Yusuf alayhi salam, the next part of the story happens. وَدَخَلَ مَعَهُ السِّجْنَ فَتَيَانِ. he is entered into the prison, Fatayan, with two young people. No long story, court case was held here, this was a judge, that's a magistrate, this is what time they went, this is how they lived. No long stories like that. What was it? Straight away, what was it? Straight into prison. They've taken it straight there. Now, they've entered prison. قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا, one of them says, Ahad, Wahid, one of them, Huma, from the two of them, إِنِّي أَرَانِي أَعْصِرُ خَمْرًا وقال الآخر إني أراني أحمل فوق رأسي خبزا تأكل الطير. Both of them narrate a dream to Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam. But you know, when they do that, do you know that they tell Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam something that his brothers will also tell him later on in life? Not realizing who their brother is, they will tell their brothers the same thing. And what was that? So one of them says, the dream, he says, the dream I've had, قَالَ أَحَدُهُمَا إِنِّي أَرَانِي أَعْصِرُ خَمْرًا. I see a dream in which I am squeezing wine. I'm making wine. وَقَالَ الْآخَرُ, and number two, what does he say? إِنِّي أَرَانِي, I see myself, أَحْمِلُ, I am carrying, فوق رأسي, on my head, خبزا. Khubz? What's khubz by? Khubz. Only Faiz by will know that. Bread. Yes. That's what happens by when you only eat roti and parathe. You don't know what bread is. So, he says, I am carrying أحمل فوق رأسي خبزا. I've got a basket or I've got something in which there is bread. Right? But the scary thing is, تأكل الطير منه. There's birds that are eating from there. Nabbitna bi ta'wili. Please give us an interpretation of this dream. Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, the fact that his akhlaq and his character was very good, just based on that, subhanallah, we find that these people immediately recognize Yusuf alayhi salam, because a person going to prison generally is a criminal, but they recognize this is not a criminal. This is someone that's good. This is someone that is not of harm, but rather of benefit to us. Immediately they seize the opportunity. What does this tell you? That if you see someone that is pious, you have an opportunity, speak to them, take dua from them. If you have something, give a hadiyah to whatever it may be, seize the opportunity. And that's with life also. You have an opportunity, something comes up, make istikhara, go for it. Don't sit there, keep on dwelling, should I, shouldn't I, and then you don't do it, and then 6 months later, then you are regretting. This also teaches us that there are many people that are incarcerated, that are imprisoned around the world through no fault of their own, yani they are not guilty, or that not only are they not guilty, but the lawyer on the opposite side was a very strong one. Some of them, these lawyers have this thing that have never lost any cases. And they will do whatever it is sometimes, maybe, those that do it, to try and win that case. And they win that case, an innocent person ends up in prison. Sometimes if you look at the likes of Nelson Mandela, why was he locked up for 27 years? I went to his itikaf tent in Robben Island 5 years ago. It's not an itikaf tent, it was a prison cell. It's still there. Still there. First of all, you got to go on a boat ride. And we went obviously they've got a proper boats. Not like those days. I don't know. Mandela probably had to row himself there. With the other political prisoners. But how they worked there and what they went through. And they showed us how in the rooms, how they, a big room like this. Full of just blankets. Thin blanket. They call them donkey blankets. Gada bhi nahi sota uske upar. These people had to sleep on these things. But he was imprisoned. Why? Because he was a freedom fighter. He's probably turning in his grave now, though, with what the ANC is doing. But let's not go into